He's up there telling all those lies. Give him a round of applause. You know, whenever I'm in someone's house, I'm always focused on giving honor to leadership. Leadership matters. Leadership on the basketball court, leadership at your church, in the family, leadership matters. And I'm going to say the names of your leaders and give honor to your leaders, because your union matters and your leaders matter. International Vice President Tim King matters. Business Manager Tom McGrath matters. Secretary Treasurer Jim McManus, all of the officers, give your leadership a round of applause. And the reason why I tell you that because Speaker Emmanuel Chris Welch makes me the chairman of the Labor and Commerce Committee, and my job is to work with your leadership for one goal and one goal only, to protect the working class man of the state of Illinois, to advance the mission of the working class man in the state of Illinois. That is my mission. I'm working with your leadership, and that is the priority of Marcus C. Evans Jr. when I drive to Springfield. And I tell you all, but that is not what we face in the United States of America. Whether it's the ultra rich, whether it's the state of Utah, whether it's the state of Texas, whether all of these leaders, politicians, people, tyrants, who say to themselves, they want you to make less. They want to reduce the wages. I chaired the National Conference of State Legislators, and I've traveled all over the world, all over this country. And I'm talking to legislators who are still focused, who are still undeniably focused on reducing wages, undeniably focused on taking down the working man and woman of the state of Illinois and the United States of America. It's despicable. Their enthusiasm for taking down union wages, their enthusiasm is unwavering. But what are we gonna do? I commit to you that I'm gonna fight all over the country. And I'm gonna make sure I let folks know that we must fight for the working class man and woman of the state of Illinois and the United States of America. We must do it unwaveringly, because we took down Rauner. Y'all remember Governor Rauner?
Oh yeah.
We took down Governor Rauner. But the ideals of Governor Rauner, the ideals of these folks never die. The ideals of Donald Trump, they don't die. And we have to stay enthusiastic, we have to push, and I commit to doing that. And I commit, round of applause for that. And the question is, we have to do it, and we got to do it every single day, and I'm committed to doing that. When we pass legislation, we want to make sure that it's PLAs on our legislation. When we pass legislation, I want to be in other states talking about doing this, using my voice effectively to make change and to get these things done. But how do you make change in this crazy tent of the state of Illinois, right? It's by focusing on what's important. As you all can see, ladies and gentlemen, I'm a handsome, tall black man from the south side of Chicago. And make some noise if you're a Sox fan. What are Sox fans at? Make some noise. And I tell you, make some noise if you're a Cubs fan. Make some noise. It does not matter. If you're Irish, make some noise. If you're Lithuanian, make some noise. It matters, right? And that is the issue, what's going on in government now. What is important? Me being black don't matter if I can't pay the mortgage. Me being a woman don't matter if I can't pay the mortgage. What is important? And when I talk to my colleagues, we focus on that. What's important? Make the main thing the main thing. What's important is a job, and what's important is the ability to pay that mortgage, right? And this is what we got to focus on in this country. We're talking too much about issues all over the place. When I talk to my colleagues, I say, are we building things in this state? When I'm with my colleagues, are we building things in this country? What are we doing to focus on what's important? You turn on TV, goddamn, they talk about everything but what's important. Job creation, infrastructure, growth. When I'm talking to the mayor, the city of Chicago, we talking about everything but jobs. Goddamn, when are we going to get back to what matters in this country? I love our differences, and we celebrate our differences. Whether you're Cubs fan, Sox fan, this, that, whatever your religion, but we got to get back in this country and focus on infrastructure and growth. And that's our focus. Make some noise on that. So when I'm talking to the governor, and we got a Governor Crystal who wants to be the president of the United States. And when I'm talking to Governor Crystal, I say, look, Governor, we got to talk about infrastructure and jobs. When I'm talking to my colleagues across the country, we got to talk about infrastructure and jobs. And that is going to go and make this state and what it needs to be. So you can count on me to push as your chair of the Labor Committee, and you can count on all of us to focus in this country and get us back to jobs and infrastructure. Y'all believe we can do that?
Yes. Yeah.
And I believe through all of the confusion and all of the mess and all of the struggles that we can get back and refocus in this country on what's important. So I'm committed and pushing as I travel all over this country. Tomorrow I'll be in Vegas. Next month I'll be in San Antonio. The month after that, I'll be talking to legislators all over, and we're going to get this country back focused, and Illinois is going to lead the way. And as one of your voices, I'm going to lead the way, listening to your leadership. Thank you, I appreciate you. The working class man and woman is going to get back in the lead of this country. I believe that because we're going to make it happen. Thank you all, and count on me.